currently not the easiest time to make gold in World of Warcraft, so in this video I'm gonna show you how I make hundreds of thousands of gold every week with flipping. I'm gonna show you how you can do it, and that it is actually not that hard to do it. It might sound complicated, and when you hear the word flipping, you might think that you need to have millions and millions of gold and a lot of expertise, but you actually do not. So let's just immediately jump in and I'll show you exactly how I do it. Since the Warband Bank was introduced in the War Within, it is actually really easy to do flipping. Simply what you do is you buy items on cheap servers, you transfer them to other servers and sell them for more. You might have heard that the auction house has region-wide prices, but that is only true for commodities. So not everything is region-wide. For example, gear, bags, recipes, anything basically that does not stack in your bag is on your server-specific auction house still. So for example, this lure drop right here, this is a stackable item. As you can see, it has 5 stacks. This is on the region-wide auction house, but this recipe, for example, takes up 1 spot each in the bag. So this is not a region-wide item. This is on your server-specific auction house. So that is basically the basics. What you do is you move items to other realms to sell them for more, and you buy them on cheap realms. If you have a good setup to do this, it is actually really easy and almost automated. It's not automated, but it is almost automated, I would say. You still have to do the work yourself, of course. This is not a botting, but it is actually really easy to do. So with the setup I have, I can simply go to the Warband Bank, press restock bags. It stocks my bag with 1 of every item. I can go to the auction house and then I can run a post scan. When I run the post scan, TSM, the add-on that I'm using here, will automatically know if I should post it on this realm or pass it on to the next realm. So I have basically set up my TSM to only post at a minimum set amount of price, so it will not post it too cheap, and I will always make a good margin on my sales, a really good margin. So when TSM sees it is not worth it to post it on this realm, it just says here that the cheapest auction is below min price. What that means is just that the price of that item is too low on this realm. So then I simply move them back to my Warband Bank with this click here. Really easy, as you can see. And then I can jump on to the next realm and do the same process. And as you can see, then it is really easy to move items to different realms, and it is very automated if you do it this way. Let's go through how I am buying items. This is a process that you can do in a lot of different ways. You can use different tools. I am using the add-on called Point Blank Sniper for this. Point Blank Sniper is basically an add-on here that lists items that I have included in my group if they are posted for a low enough price on this realm. So as you can see here, more and more items just pops up here, and that means that I have these items in my Point Blank Sniper group and I want to look for them to try to find cheap deals on them. Point Blank Sniper is combined with Auctionator, so basically you make an Auctionator shopping list. A lot of you guys maybe are familiar with this because Auctionator is a very popular add-on. A lot of people use it. You can make shopping lists so you can easily scan for items. Basically, Point Blank Sniper is using that Auctionator list. You pick it up here and then it is scanning for all of that items. This is the best sniper add-on because it is very fast. It's way faster than using TSM for scanning. It's like completely different and way better. So I highly recommend using Point Blank Sniper instead of TSM. So now when it pops up items here, I need to make my own manual decisions, of course, what I should buy and what I should not buy. For example, random items may pop up. For example, this wrist wraps here for 69,000 gold. I'm not gonna buy this. It's too expensive. Also, this is probably some kind of manipulated price or something because this is very high price, at least. I'm not sure. It seems to be a BOE from the War Within, so they might be highly priced, but I'm never buying this kind of items. I'm only going for the cheaper ones because they still sell at insane prices. I will show you some screenshots here of my mailboxes, and as you can see, items that is usually very cheap on the auction house is selling for a lot of gold here. And you might think this is just for me, but it is not. I promise you, if you start doing this and you scale this, you will see insane sales yourself. We have a lot of people in the community doing this now, and they are making so much gold. So I highly recommend you to do this. But let's quickly go through the items here. So what I look for in terms of the items here that pop up in the list is the sell rate of the items. If you have TSM, which you need to have for this, you can see the sell rate of the items when hovering the item. So for example, this one has a region average daily sold of 0.01. This basically means that this has has a 1% chance of selling whenever you post it on the auction house, which is low, right? 1%. It is actually probably even lower because this is only tracking from people who's using TSM. So it's probably even lower. Since this is flipping and what you are flipping is slow selling items, because basically all items that is on the specific auction house is almost all of the time slow selling items because they are not region wide and they are not materials, right? So gear, for example, transmog, bags, recipes, stuff like that, it sells slow. But if you scale it enough, you will see consistent sales, and it does not cost that much to scale it to a point where you bring in daily sales and then you just keep on reinvesting until you are at a point where you are feeling comfortable and you are making a lot of gold. So it's all up to what pace you want to take it and a little bit how much gold you are ready to invest initially, but you can scale this from zero. This account that I will be showing you here today, I started with 99 silver in my bags, and my plan here is to make 1 million gold and upload this to YouTube eventually. So I'm working on that right now, and we have quite a lot of gold already. So it is definitely possible to scale it from zero, but it takes a longer time when you start with lower gold. But let's quickly go through here how I'm buying items. So what I usually recommend to beginners who is starting out is region average daily sold sell rate of over 0.02, because that means you will have faster selling items, you will have less inventory management, and like you will see faster sales with the amount of items you have. But me, I am buying for as low as 0.01 and some rare occasions even lower. I kind of know what I'm getting into, and I know that I maybe will never sell that kind of item because it has such a low sell rate, meaning like it's not even sure that someone will buy this item ever. But since your margins on your sales is so extreme, like one sale covers like 40 purchases, or like it's extreme, maybe not 40, but it's extreme, and you will notice that as well. So like you cannot have too many items basically, but the more items you have, the more time it takes. So if you end up with too many low sell rate items, it takes long time with maybe lower amount of sales, which like decreases the gold amount you make per time spent. So I would buy this Wolf Runner shoes. They are 150 gold. Now I need to take some more gold out of the Warband bank. As you can see, I have 139k here now. I started with 99 silver, saying it again because as you can see then I have scaled it quite a lot already. But I'm buying this, and I will also check for more items. For example, this one, Umbra Hide Vest 0.036. This I will buy as well. I don't buy too many of the same items because that is really not worth it, and also I don't really care if the item is good or not. I'm not really doing research because you want to invest as little manual time to this as possible, because you just want to do it as automated and like spend as little time as you can, because you don't want to end it up like sitting 2-3 hours purchasing items just to know if this is a good item or not. Like it doesn't matter. You just want to end up with quantity over quality here. That is like the main thing. Quantity over quality, but still not too low sell rate. So we just gotta keep that in mind. I'm sorry if I'm jabbing a lot, but it's like so much information that I just want to share with you so I don't miss anything. This one, Sky Strider Katana, I will buy that one. Scouting gloves, even if they're 85 silver as you saw there, or 16 gold, I will buy them because they can still sell for hundreds and sometimes even thousands of gold. Like some of my sales have literally over 100,000% in profit margin. It is insane how big margins you can have, and that sounds extreme, but when you think of it, like 100,000 isn't that insane if you start with 1 gold. I shouldn't glaze it too much because I don't want you to think about this as a get rich quick scheme, which is absolutely not, because you need to scale it and like be consistent, but eventually you make so much gold. Farmer shovel, this is a vendor item, I think. Don't really care. I buy it either way. 50 gold, I can sell it for way more than that. As we can see, it sells for on average 151 gold, but we're gonna sell it for way more than that eventually. It's not worth it for us to go to the vendor and pick up this item. We'd rather buy it for 50 and sell it for way more. Here, for example, we found a mount. Okay, that was gone already, so somebody bought it up. That rarely happens, but like I rarely even see mounts because they are usually bought up so quick, and as we can see, it was bought up because I was yapping for too long, so that's bad. But it's very rarely happening that somebody buys your items in front of your eyes, but with mounts it's more like you need to be on track on that. Okay, so this was basically everything that I'm gonna buy here. Why I'm not buying some of the stuff, by the way, is because I have them already, so that might have been a bit bad why I didn't show you. For example, this cursed verse, I've been doing actually selling these enchants here. They have dropped to absolute zero value, but I've been selling them for hundreds and sometimes even thousands of gold on these characters. So on these ones, I actually go and buy them and sell them, which is interesting because I thought like it's not worth it anymore because they're so low, but still I'm making gold on them. Illusion Primal Earth worth. This one I actually missed. This one I will go and buy one of. We can actually buy a couple of this one because we don't have it, so we buy 3 of that. Not bad, not bad. That we really like. And also what I can say is Algari recipes is still insane, guys. They are selling very fast compared to other items, so don't miss out on the recipes from the War Within because they are good. After all of this yapping, you still might wonder, how do you get this setup that I have? So if you want to get my setup that I am using and I'm sharing my community, you're gonna have to go and support me over on Patreon, and you will get instant access to my point blank sniper and TSM profile for flipping. I'm updating them regularly as well to improve them and to get more items. So if you want to do that, you can find that in the description and the pinned comment. But of course, if you don't want to go for the paid versions, you can do it for free. Like I have started doing this, right? So you can as well. But then you will have to make your own TSM group, and you will have to make your own auctionator group. And this is not impossible, guys. You can make your own groups. Like the TSM group is quite easy to make. The annoying one is the point blank sniper one, because that one you're gonna have to fill with items. And what I can recommend you to do then is use Wowhead and use Wowhead filters to get item IDs that you can import to the auctionator add-on, and that you can import to your shopping list in auctionator add-on, and that you then can use for point blank sniper. And also, of course, you need a paired TSM group with that, but I think you can solve that. If you just put in a little bit of effort, you can easily do it, guys. I believe in you, so don't be afraid of that. You can, of course, also sub to my Patreon and support me. It means a lot, of course, if you do that. And if you want to get the profiles, of course, I am going to do everything to help you then as well to get started, and if you have any questions. But don't feel like paying is the only way to win, because it is absolutely not. Now, when we have all of these items here, what I do then, I check my TSM group. If it is any items that is not in my TSM group yet, then I simply add them to my transmog group. If it's transmog, which in this case it was, then I move them to the warband bank. I deposit some of my gold. There is add-ons for this, and I have this on my Patreon as well, how to get started with flipping, just saying. But you can use warband miser, for example, to deposit and withdraw automatically from the warband bank to make it easier. Now, when I logged into the next realm, all I gotta do then, of course, is press restock bags, and it will restock everything from my warband bank, which I then simply can start posting on the auction house by just running my post scan. So as you can see, it's really easy. It's really straightforward. Basically, log in, buy items, run a post scan, whatever is not getting posted, transfer that to the warband bank, log into the next realm, withdraw your stuff from the warband bank, post them up, run another shopping scan on that realm if you want to. It all depends. Like, I try to do shopping 1 time per week, not too often, but I have also already got a lot of setup. In the beginning, I would do shopping scans probably every day, try to get as many items in the beginning as possible to start out, like get a good start, because it's the start that is slow, of course, because then you have no items to sell. But one thing I want to say as well that a lot of people ask that starts with this is, what realms is good to sell on? And the items doesn't sell on my realm. Those are 2 particular things that people say when they do this, and I understand it. But I just want to say that in my opinion, what realms you pick does not matter at all. It is so high volatility of RNG with this, since you sell items that has like a 1% sell rate or lower. To get the average like sell numbers per realm for this, you would have to do this with like thousands of items per realm for 1,000 days to get any kind of average numbers. You are just unlucky or lucky. It swings hard. I can tell you, I have weeks where I sell 0 items on a character that is posting like 300 items daily, and I sell a lot more on another realm that has like 200 items and still posting daily. But like sometimes it swings so hard. Like you can sell 0 items, you can sell a lot of items. Like it swings a lot. So don't think like that. What I do is I diversify. When I start out, I pick 1 full pop realm, 1 high pop realm, 1 medium pop, 1 low pop, and 1 new player. So I get some diversity. That is really good to do. So that's what I recommend you to do as well. Just make sure to not make characters on connected realms, and that you do by just googling connected realms World of Warcraft, and you will find a list on what realms is connected. Make sure you don't create characters on the same connected realms, because then they are on the same auction house. So just don't do that. I hope I've been opening your eyes a little bit for flipping now with this video, and maybe that you want to try it out, because I really think that more people should do it, because it is so good. And And why it is so good is probably because not enough people is doing it, like for real. Because if too many people were doing this, maybe it would get saturated and like make way less gold. So I would say I make around 70 to like 120k gold per hour spent doing this. It's really hard though to do estimations when you are basically just kind of AFK posting, selling, like it's big RNG and stuff. But that is my guess. That is not overhyping it. That is not lying. Like that is actually how much gold I am making. And of course, if you want to see me do this, I'm doing this a little bit every day, pretty much when I'm live streaming. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little yapping session, and I hope you will try flipping. Let me know how it goes, if it goes good, if it goes bad. Also, guys, if you check out the Patreon, much love to you, and just let me know if you need any kind of help. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.